promised I would do a video on how I polish up screws. My hands are dirty because I've been polishing screws. Figured I would do this one right here real quick. This one here has a little damage on it where a screwdriver has ripped it out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and fix that first and before I polish it. But I got my drill. I'm going to put it in there in the chuck. In case you notice, everything in this video is going to be backwards because this camera is filming everything backwards. Okay, first off, what I'm going to do, I've got my 220 grit paper, I've got my 600 grit, and I got my 1000 grit. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Dremel. I'm going to try to do this where you can see it and where I can see what I'm doing too. Got a little bitty sander disc on here. I'm going to stick it in that slot. This is really hard to do upside down. What I'm doing is cleaning out the slot. Now if I can do this. Okay. Run away. Okay. What I did is I just kind of straightened up the end of the screw there a little bit. I'm going to take my 220 paper and I'm going to start spinning it. See, there's a lot of rust coming off of there. This screw has not been in any evaporust or anything. This is just the way it was taken off a 150-year-old machine. Alright, you see it's starting to get clean. So the end of it's starting to clean up. Takes a little bit. The screw is in pretty bad shape. This one's almost bad enough that I would have done on with the sanding disc with a Dremel. Just a little bit longer across the face of it here, but I'm going to go ahead and keep sanding it now that we've started. That noise was the drill flipped over on the hammer. See, the end of that screw is looking pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and quit because I'm getting pretty close to being finished there. I don't want to, ain't no sense in taking off metal that I don't need to. I'm going to go now to 600 grit. This is hard to do not facing me. Alright, now I'm gonna do the edge of the screw. You want to keep the paper from moving, or keep it moving around. Otherwise it just loads up the grit on the paper and quits cutting. Now I'm going to go to my 1000 grit. 1000. By the way, if you've got painted fingernails or something like that, these suckers will knock them off. So this is not something you want to do with your manicure. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the end of it. Look at our end of it's pretty shiny now. Okay, last step, other than the wax. I have a towel here somewhere. This is Mother's Mag and Aluminum Polish. Of course, it's backwards. So if you read backwards, anyway, you can get a little bit of that. Don't need that much. Alright, you can get a little bit of that. And that towel is turning black, of course. That is metal. That's metal. Fine, fine pieces of metal. Alright, now one last thing I would do is take a toothpick, clean the metal polish out of the slot, or an X-Acto knife. There. There's a lot of garbage in the end of the screw. If you're going to use an X-Acto knife, be careful. I hate somebody cut their finger off because they're doing something that I'm doing. Alright. Now, one last thing that I would do. Mother's Carnauba wax. Make a little bit of it. And put it on there. course, we would let it dry. I'm not going to let this one dry right now, just for the sake of the video. Alright. There is a lovely polished screw. And that is what I do with every screw on a machine in order to get them looking that good. Lots of wax in the crack there, but anyway, that's what I do. That's what I do with every piece of bare metal on a machine, is spin it or use a bench mounted polisher to do that. Thank you for watching. Hope this helps you.